was pretty sure that I had COPD in 1985. So I knew what COPD was, and I had all the symptoms, and I'd certainly been smoking, but I was not formally diagnosed with COPD until 2000. Well, I think my journey was pretty typical in that I started smoking in college, and I actually smoked for 30 years. Now I can say, and as of February of this year, I can say that I have been a non-smoker as long as I smoked. By the time 2002 rolled around, I was on oxygen 24/7, and I was very heavy. And in February of 2003, I landed in the hospital with what I know now as respiratory failure. And when my doctor came in, I said, okay, what do I do about this? And he said, well, if you lose some weight, your problems aren't going to go away, but they'll get a lot better. And I was sure he didn't think I could or would, but it made me mad anyway, that he didn't think I could or would. And so I was angry and I was frightened. And those are two very powerful motivators, and I decided at that point that I needed to do something about this. That's kind of my journey, the end result was that I lost well over 100 pounds, and I developed an exercise habit that actually I still have. So that's kind of my journey about COPD. How it affects my daily life is that I use oxygen, and now I am at a point where I don't need oxygen when I'm just sitting, but when I get up and move, I use it, and certainly I use it when I exercise. It makes life a little more inconvenient in the sense that you've got to make sure that you've got the proper equipment, that you filled your tank. I would tell them, go to your doc, get diagnosed. If you're in the mild or moderate stage, start an exercise program. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. Get yourself as close as you can to your normal weight, and then make sure that you continue to do those things. You know, I've stayed stable at about 33% FEV1 for well over 20 years. And other people can do that too. The foundation helped me figure out that I could be a good advocate for people with COPD. Work that the foundation is doing, particularly in research, and the fact that I've had a chance to actually work with researchers to help them figure out how to do the project that they were going to do, how to do the research, and to be able to give them ideas from the patient's point of view as to how we can make this work or make it work better. That's very exciting. It's very satisfying, and it really has impacted my life enormously. Like everybody else, I'm hoping for a cure. I'm glad to see that Ruth Talsinger and her staff have really focused the COPD Foundation in 3 different directions, one of which, of course, is research. And I'm hoping that some of the research that 360net will be able to facilitate will really contribute to our knowledge about COPD and what is going to happen with this chronic disease over the course of the next 10 years. I would encourage anybody who is involved with the foundation to think about how you can become involved. Breast cancer and AIDS got the kind of money and the kind of response that they did from the world because the people who had that disease talked about it, told people what it was like, gave it a face, and we need that. I really encourage people to get involved. We have a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities in research too. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you need to let somebody know at the foundation so that we can see what we can manage to do to kind of plug you in